Here we go.
Gamers, have you ever wondered what it was like to go through the automobile revolution as one of the manufacturers? Well, I got a game for you today. I'd like to introduce you to my new absolute addiction. Now, this is Car Manufacturer. I got it as a bundle with the Fish Shop simulator. This is one of those kind of games that keeps you up until like 3 a.m. on the weekends, just wanting to change one little thing and see how it works out. Now, this will probably be my fourth playthrough, as I have gone bankrupt a couple of times just because I didn't know how some of the mechanics worked. But I think I've got a pretty good handle on the game now. So I'm starting a new playthrough and just wanted to bring you guys along with me. If you haven't heard about this game, it is definitely worth a try. So my company, we are called AWC, the Anti-Walking Company. I don't know why, that just made me laugh the first time I played it. So I'll show you around my manufacturing facility. First place you're going to see is the sales room. I haven't actually opened up or released the first car yet. I'm trying a different strategy this time, which I'll explain to you here in just a moment. But this is where the magic happens. We have a research center working on the next vehicle type that we'll be able to produce. Have a very basic, we'll call this the employee lounge. Lets the mechanics and workers and stuff rest up in between tasks so they can keep working longer in the future. This building right here doesn't really have a name. I'm just going to call it the main building. This building is super, super, super important. You actually want your assembly line as close to this building as possible because this is where your workers will bring the supplies from. So the guys that bring like the chassis and the tires and the fenders and all that fun stuff, they're actually going to spawn in this building. And so you want, again, your assembly lines as close as possible so they have the least travel time. One of my playthroughs, I actually got to expand the map, and I thought I would use that new area as a giant assembly section, but it was taking the transport people so long to get there, it just slowed everything to a crawl. So I do recommend that you put your actual manufacturing as close to this building as possible, which is what I've done here. So basically they'll pop out here and here on the side, and they have just a short little run to stock the parts. And from there, your mechanics will start assembling the cars. So what I'm doing this time around, instead of just immediately releasing the car with the very first one produced, and then having the customer sit there and wait, I thought I'd make a few and then go ahead and release it. That way the salesman has something to work with. Now, this philosophy or strategy has kind of gotten me right to the point of going broke. So I thought I'd bring you guys along for the grand releasing of the new vehicle, which we are in Chicago. You do get a list of options, different cities to start in: Detroit, Indianapolis, stuff like that. I went ahead and went with Chicago because I'm a Cubs fan, and I named the first car the Cubby. So this is the AWC Cubby, and we are about to release it to the public. Now, before we get into that, I just want to show you around the game a little bit. Again, you got your different types of employees up here. You can see the hiring options, how much they cost per hour, however you want to look at that. And they do have tiers. Now, the mods do not seem to be implemented yet. This mechanic or leveling up your people doesn't seem to be a thing just yet. Training, all that kind of fun stuff. Or maybe I just haven't made it that far. But I've completely unlocked the tech tree. And there are still some things that say coming soon. So I assume this will be a mechanic in the future, which will make the game even cooler. So I do have 6 mechanics, 3 per line. This kind of lets you know what they're doing. They do have like stamina, happiness, motivation or drive, all that kind of fun stuff. So I tried to keep the cost down. So I've got a couple of 1s, couple of 2s, and a couple of the cheap 3s. That's kind of my philosophy. Again, you have your transport guys, you have your salesmen, researchers, and then you do actually need drivers to drive the cars around. So with that in mind, one other thing I'd like to point out is your parking spaces. You do actually lay these down too. Put them as close as possible to the assembly line. The reason for that is basically once they're parked, they'll go for sale. Like the salesman can sell it. And once it's sold, who cares how far the customer has to walk to come get it? It doesn't really impact anything unless you're just producing so fast that you're in dire need of parking spots, which makes more. It's all good. So that's the way we're going to try to roll it this time. So this is your basic factory view. You do have your editor, which is where you'll get your buildings, your types of utility, assembly, crafting, storage, parking, sales, research, your employee stuff, and decorations. So this is where you'll interact with, placing your pieces and all that kind of fun stuff. They do have a sales section where you can see the different cars that you've had, or even if you don't release them, they'll be there. They all have a how frequently they've been purchased chart that you can pull up individually, how popular they are, and you can actually advertise for the individual cars as well. So I actually love that. Here is the tech tree. Again, I've completely maxed this out, and some of the things like up here, I think it was, we're still saying, coming in the future. So you do have limits on the amount of employees you can hire. So one of the first things you want to do is grab a management upgrade. Takes you from 10 to 20. And then this guy is important as it allows you to have more assembly areas. So you can basically work on more than one car at a time. Now, in this game, the reason I've gone bankrupt every time is because I've made too big of an upgrade, I guess too quickly. And it took too long to, get the next car going and all that kind of fun stuff. And I ended up running out of money. So be very careful with how quickly you expand. I honestly, even when the researchers are done with this first car that they're working on, I'm kind of curious how much money I can make just producing one of this basic model for just half a second. See if it's worth having two assembly lines of the same vehicle or just one per, which is what I've done in the previous playthroughs. So we'll see there. These will be the different vehicles that you've unlocked. I've gotten all the way to, I believe it was like tier 8 or 9, somewhere around there, in a previous playthrough. And you do have your economy screen. Now this is where they hide the loans. I may not have actually failed my first 2 playthroughs if I'd have known this was here, but I didn't play the tutorial or anything. I just like to jump into these games and, learn from failure. So that's the general layout. Like I said, bring you guys along for the release of our very first vehicle. So we're going to come in here. We're going to pick the Cubby with its marvelous, absolutely marvelous stats. Now, by default, the profit margin it has it set to is 70. Honestly, I've taken this all the way up to 275 and they'll continue to buy it. But for this run through, I think I'm going to just set it at 250, see what happens. Got no popularity so far, so let's go ahead and get some door-to-door, word-of-mouth going, and we will release the car. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this on, say, 2-speed. We'll see how that goes. When I play these, I usually run it on 3, just because, but I want to have half a second for you guys to see how this plays out. So let's see how good of a job our salesman does. Oh, first Cubby is sold. So again, not too concerned about Mr. Evan here. You know what, since he bought the first one, I'm going to go ahead and get him some coffee just because. He's a 25-year-old carpenter on his way to get his new Cubby. Now imagine driving one of these things. Look at this. You got a hand crank steering wheel. Yeah. In case you're wondering, you can rotate the screen. My OCD just requires me to leave it locked in there. Looks like we got another one going. So those are selling pretty quickly. Another one off the assembly line. And the driver will come and park it. And again, so you don't have to have a whole bunch of drivers having a, look at that, quick and easy. Oop, he's back off probably to go hang out in the employee lounge some more. So you do, depending on how you play it, you can get to automated like robot arms fairly quickly, even though it's 1885. I think the longest playthrough I got to, I was pushing 1910 before I made some epic mistakes. And yeah, so we won't talk about that. But this is rolling pretty good. Let's check on the research. It's coming along okay. We got 2 researchers. And this is the tier 2 basically of the cubby. When you decide to pick a card to research, you can either upgrade the tier of your already existing model, or you can do we'll just kind of call it a random. You'll just click this one that's covered. You don't really know what it is. It does seem to be pretty random. I've gotten everything from sports cars to some fairly ugly things. So let's see how that goes. I'm kind of curious. I'm marking the lot mentally as it was like 50% full when we first opened. Now, if our salesman guy is doing his job, let's see. I think we need another salesman. Alrighty, let's see who we got to hire. I do tend to go with the higher level salesman just because they fail a lot anyway. See, the salesman's unprofessional. There's like nothing you can do about that currently. You can set them to, let's see. Yeah, you can set them to go to training, but they never go anywhere. So both of my guys are level 3. They should be awesome at their job, but as you can see, they are currently on a bit of a dry spell. There we go. Because again, that's more than likely. That's almost done. Going to cause the parking lot to fill up a little bit. Not a horrible problem to have, if you ask me. Now, when this one's done, I am going to expand this area, just kind of show you guys how I mean, it's pretty easy. I do like the building system. My only complaint really is with the sales area. Like, you see how I have one display here? I have to, let's see. Yeah, you have to expand this. I'll go ahead and grab it while I'm in here. And then the reason I didn't fill this whole room up is each of these squares counts as a section, and you can only have one of these per sales section. So I'm literally have to make another square here and put another display, and then over time another one here and another, and so on and so forth. So that's not my favorite aspect, to be honest with you, but that's why I failed the first time. I couldn't figure out how to sell more than one car at a time. That's kind of important. So we ended up not making enough money, and that was all she wrote. All right, so the car's done. Let's see. Let's call this one the roller. I'm not very creative. So again, when you come here to determine what you want to research next, you can either do the next tier of the vehicles kind of that you've already got going, or you can risk it for the biscuit and, yep, get something like that. Little sports car type thing. So now, let's expand this area. One, two, three, four. I think that'll get us another door. All right. Now, when you place your assembly sections, you want to make sure it lines up with the conveyor on the door. All right. So now what we'll want to do is we're going to come in here and we're going to pick the new car. 20 horsepower. All right. All right. That's better than 6, I have to say. Now we're definitely going to need some more mechanics. I'm doing 3 per line. That's pretty cheap, 3. We'll take a 2. I'm just going to keep the way I've been going so far. So we'll put our 3 mechanics here. That's all good to go. And then when you come in here to create the order, I've been setting this to 2 instead of 1 because as you get further in, it seems like they end up waiting longer and longer. And then we'll go ahead and start production. See how long this one takes. All right, so we are in the red, but I have a feeling our salesmen are going to start coming through. Cubby's gaining popularity. Unprofessional. And again, currently there's not a whole lot you can do about that. So you really are at the mercy of your salesman. Now, for now, it seems like our company's reputation is going to stay right in line with the Cubby's reputation until we get the second one out. Willing to bet this one's going to take longer. As a matter of fact, let's reallocate some workforce. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. I guess it'll have to sit there for a moment. We can even come up here and pulse that for a second. Seems like the salesmen are striking out pretty bad right now. Can't even afford to buy some parking areas. Oh, we're on 1 speed. That'll get you. You'll think you're on the faster speed and you're just expecting, you know, some sales and stuff to happen, and they just don't. There we go. All right. All right. So, yeah, that didn't really get us, you know, too much better than what we already had. So, come up here and just tell them to go ahead and go for tier 3. Get that one going. Yeah, this one definitely takes more work than the other one. All right, go ahead and get parked. Because see, now here's the problem you run into. I can't sell. Oh wait, no, I did get it. Okay, sweet. All right, so we're gonna pause for a second while we have some moonies, so that we can come in here, and it won't let you do them side by side either. So that is kind of dumb. All right. And we'll give it some door-to-door too. Oh, I forgot to click release because I forgot to change the monies. So we're going to go 250 again because, again, we haven't seen anybody say that it's too expensive. They all seem fairly happy with that. So for the moment, actually, I know that one's paused, but I'll let some of these cubbies sell. I'm kind of curious how quickly one guy can put one of those cubbies together. That's almost done. Well, it says 100%. Oh, I paused. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got some spots slowly clearing up here. This thing takes a minute. All right. So I'll take a moment to explain something to you all that again, I didn't play the tutorial, so this is probably on me. But when it comes to having more than one assembly piece, oops. All right, for the longest time, my guys just weren't using the second stage, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? So what you'll want to do is, first of all, go into your factory mode so you get the right options. Now, what this did is it added a second station. So you got station 1, station 2. So you can grab this bad boy right here, and now go ahead and get this going so they're not waiting. Perfect. All right, so now this first assembly area will put all these pieces on, then the car will move forward, and then they'll finish it off, and then it'll go on. That way you can, again, have more than one going at a time. So what do we do? Fenders? You know, my OCD is going to ensure we do it like that. And honestly, I'm going to wait for that one to take off rolling, because when you adjust this, it does reset the cars on the line. So I'm going to let them finish this car first. Should be just about done. Wow, they're going ham. Looks like the cubbies are selling too. Sweet. So yeah, this means you know have more than one car being built at a time. Which, there we go. Okay, so now we can set that like that, and then get the pieces set up for that station. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah. Okay. I think we're good on employees for now. We'll see. All right. Salesman just sitting here chilling. $500 for the couch. We'll take that. Gotta keep your customers, you know, comfy while they wait. There you go, peeps. And they'll complain about, like, this place is depressing, but there's no indoor, like, the decorations are all outdoor right now. So hopefully they'll add that. Why did you walk around the long way? There's a door right there. There's a door right here. Why is that door staying open? Is it, the couch is probably, okay. Nope, don't want that either. Oh. Aha. So, Anthony. Yeah. Figure they'll add some more of that in the future. Oh, this man wants a roller. Have a coffee, my dude. You're a barber? I feel like Home Dude's glitched. So let me just you just lost a customer, you jabronis. Oh, I always do that. What are y'all doing? I feel like something's blocking them. You about to get fired, my dude. Like he's legit not moving. That's a first. Yeah, come on in, Mr. Customer. I need this guy to come do his job. Why are you? I'm so about to terminate this dude's employment contract. Who is this again? Thomas Howard. Let's see. So we'll go get us another salesman who will hopefully do his job. Need that one to get out of my factory first. He's taking his sweet time. Okay, finally. Get a cheaper one? Maybe? Come on, at least give me a 3-piece. Come on. That'll work. Alright, brother, I got you some help. That'll hopefully not just stand there. Not quite sure what's going on with that. Who knows what's going on with the rest of the factory either. So it seems like just one person. Oh, wait. So there's one guy working on 2 cars. That. Yeah, it's done this before. You fire some people and then the count's off. Let's see, 14, 15. Well, no. I don't know why it's not showing 2 salesmen. There's obviously 2 salesmen. Interesting. But either way, I'm gonna steal 2 people. I mean, doesn't seem to make a lot of sense if there's 2 assembly areas but only 1 guy working. All right. Okay. Just soda roller. Nice. It's 2K almost. Zoom. And eventually you'll be able to buy like a paint shop. All sorts of, like there's a scrapper, a repair shop, quality inspection, all that kind of fun stuff. This parking lot is just absolutely jam packed. Should we go with another assembly? Why not? Let's see. I think I'll need 1 more square. Now, is this me expanding too quickly? Probably. It happens. But I am just curious. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. So I think, oh. Okay. Not really worried about producing the next model. And then fenders. There we go. And again, just ordering 2 seems to be helping. them not wait so long. I am curious though. 2K, we'll go ahead and do that. I'd like some more transporters. They're idle at the moment. Let's see. Well, first of all, before I forget, I need a couple more of these guys. It's not a bad 3. I'll take that. Grab you and you. I'll go with you. Let them get in the plant. Oh yeah, I always forget to hit the play button. Get your 3 workers there. 12. Still acting like I only have 1 salesman. I mean, I would totally fire one. I just don't know which one. Don't know what the deal is. Yeah, there's 2 customers, literally, like 3. Would y'all sell some cars? All right, time to expand the parking lot. It was 6 by 8. Bingo. Seems to be the best way to do it. Because then you can do this number. I've tried multiple layouts. That just seems like the best way to do it. Goodness. Okay. Is it time to go away? Well, okay. Let's at least pause you for the moment. I'm gonna steal your guys. Oh, actually, give me this guy back. Goodness. All right, sales guys, what is the deal? Oops. I always forget to change this. That's kind of dope looking. But 500? Let's grab that real quick. Oh, of course. In a previous playthrough, I called that thing the frog. I'm just not understanding what is going on here. This is so weird. There we go. What changed? All right. Well, at the moment, we have way too many cars. That didn't take long. I guess we'll just keep the name from last time. It's a lot of cubbies. So I guess we'll start phasing that out. Get ready for the next model. not? You want a sports car? We got you covered. While we phase that one out. Matter of fact, I think we're going to do both. Yeah. Bye, Cubby. And that'll actually mean that I won't have to pay for that research thing just yet. So we got 3, we got 1, and then 4 and 4. So what is that? 3, 4, 4 and 4. So technically we need one more guy. Give me this guy. All right. Okay. Nope. There you go. There's your helper. So we got 4, 4, 4 and 4. Now we just need these salesmen to get on the ball, sell all these cubbies out of here. Now, hopefully by the time all these sell, we'll have a few of these ready to roll. Pretty okay with the cash flow currently. Yeah, that was the 2K one. That's right. Flyers, there we go. 1,500. I'll go ahead and grab it. So hopefully we can get some sales going. They're all acting like some busters that can't sell cars. All right, how we looking? Like we have way too many cubbies. I could quick sell them, but you lose a good bit of money on that. Don't worry, customers. We got something coming for you. Yeah, they're backing up, actually. I'll probably regret this when I need to expand. But we'll deal with that later. It's actually not bad to move this stuff around. Like you can grab the whole parking lot that you set up and move it all at once. It's pretty cool. All right, sales peep. Where's the customers? Got to get that brand recognition going. I think this sports car is it's gonna put us on the map. You watch. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Can I do it here? No. No. Ah, there we go. So we're gonna throw the flyers on. Try to get these things moving a little quicker. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Okay. I can live with that. Let this run for just a second. Let some of these cubbies sell. Let's see how the salesmen are doing. Yeah, hoping we get some kind of like the training actually implemented. Again, I can tell them to go to training, but it doesn't mean anything really right now. Dang. Still got what? 16 cubbies. Come on, customers. Bad quality. Ooh. And I think without the quality checker, yeah, we never know which one it is. We're making decent money. Trying to keep the employee wages in check. That's one of the things that usually gets me. Let's see. Make some sales. Bad quality. You know what we ought to do? Put in a little bit of a discount on the cubbies. Try to get them out of here. Don't want them sitting around for too long. If I'm making decent money, I'll just quick sell those jokers. Because I can't put the hot rod on sale unless I eat another $2,000. But then once all the cubbies sell, I don't know. We'll sit on that for just a second. If they don't start disappearing. Okay. Got all that going for that one and that one. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, you actually you'll unlock a half dozen at least of the different advertisements, billboards, radio, all sorts of cool stuff like that. As soon as we start selling just these two models and the money starts picking up a little bit, go ahead and unlock some more stuff for like the employee lounge or maybe some sweet toolboxes, something along those lines. Maybe we'll get the research that keeps us from having to pay the city, something along those lines. All right. You know what? We have so many ready to go. I think I wasn't even sitting on that many cubbies, maybe the same amount when we first started. So let's move this along a little bit more manual style. Come up here, we're gonna put that bad boy down. get all the advertisement we can. All right. And release that bad boy. Now get to selling, jokers. Now the income will slow down for a minute because the Cubby was mildly popular. So we were already having some traffic on it. Let's see how the Zoomer does. Your face is bad quality. I think we just sold a Zoomer or two. One was 15, one was 14, so probably one of each. There it goes. Be safe in that thing. Fire extinguisher included in every model. So I think what happened is we had a bad roller come out. And nobody is liking that particular one. No idea which one it could be. Production date. Oh, well, these are all going to be the same. Oh, there's a 7. Couple of 3s. Tell you what, let's get rid of the older ones. See if that doesn't stop the complaints. Ugh. See, like, what's bad quality? I have no idea. No idea. But we are making sales. So that tells me when this guy right here is done, this new model, we'll go ahead and bump it up and replace the roller. But I think at this point, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video. I do want to do a let's play on this game because it does get pretty crazy once you get the automated systems and the robots going and all that kind of fun stuff. So if you'd like to see that, please leave a like. Sub if you haven't already, make my day. I definitely appreciate it. But again, this is Car Manufacturer. Hope you enjoyed this episode. As usual, Nax it out.